Well, hello all, people of the internet. How is your quarantine time going? I said that pretty weird, but oh well. Mine's going okay. I'm not gonna lie, most days I am bored out of my mind, but then, I play Minecraft, I watch tons of podcasts, watch TV, play a ton of Animal Crossing, which which is crazy because me and my brother have pretty much become addicted to that game now. So yeah, that's fun per usual. Yeah, quarantine sucks, but hopefully this whole quarantine COVID-19 thing ends soon because I am just and I'm not really speaking as far as like I was always a person who went out and just did things. I'm not. I'm not like I'm staying in the house because nothing's open. I would rather go out. But seeing as nothing's open or you have to wear a mask everywhere you go, yeah, I'm just gonna stay in the house. And pretty much the only real places that I really like to go were the movies and to the mall. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, I was pretty much always in the house. So to be completely honest with you. But it is what it is. Hopefully everyone's, whoever is watching this is safe and, you know, doesn't have COVID-19. Yeah, a lot of loveliness. Well, we are back in episode 38. I completely forgot to link that video in my last episode to, who was I linking it to? Pixel Riffs. I completely forgot to put that video in the description, which I'm gonna have to do. I don't know how I forgot, but I did. So, you know, uh, sorry. But yeah, we are back in the Castle Mountain Village for episode 38. We are gonna, why do I keep saying we? What? No one else is in here. It's just me. Oh, okay. I am going to be doing a couple of more builds in here, and actually, I'm thinking I'm gonna start handling taking care of the landscape a little bit more because I want to start adding the pathways in here, along with that little river I was talking about for the fisherman house. Um, some trees. Probably, I don't think I want to do man-made trees. Maybe it's like some small trees. I know I want to do bushes. Bushes seem nice mainly because I've been chopping down so many trees. I got so many leaf blocks. It's crazy. So I might be doing some bushes around here, flowers all over the place. As you can see, there's flowers up here, up there. Um, but I'm not gonna get to every single build house in this episode. Like I was saying, I want to take my time with this project because I mean, I don't really have much else to do as far as big projects go, or at least for right now. I think I have like a number of big projects I want to do once I get to a cool place with this world. So for right now, I do want to take my time. I'm going to try and get to at least 3 houses in this episode if I can. The interior will have to wait. I just want to do the outside and get that settled because the interior will come to me later. But for right now, at least 3 builds. I know I'm definitely starting with the library, of course. I don't know who I want to do next, though. I can either go this way or that way. I still need to move those gray wool blocks closer over here. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. I'm so lazy. But that's on the to-do list. For right now, actually, let's get over to the retiree houses because I have a couple of surprises. One of them we're coming across right now. And his name is Titan, and he's adorable. Look at me. I say hi, Titan. Oh my god. And you guys already know Fuzz here. Fuzz, my buddy, my boy, my home dog. These two have been getting along fairly well. I got Titan a while ago, off camera. Actually, I got him while I was doing the cobblestone generator. I just completely forgot to talk about him before I ended the episode. Smart me. Um, Yeah, he's adorable. He's named after a dog I had in real life named Titan, German Shepherd. He was crazy. He was annoying, but he was adorable. He could jump really high too. He unfortunately passed about maybe 3 years ago, I think it was. 3 or 4 years ago. From what was it? Oh crap, why am I forgetting? Something to do with his bladder. Yeah, it was a blockage in his bladder, and honestly, it's something that I should have caught early enough, but I didn't, and it's always been something that's just been weighing on me since then. Um, I don't pride myself in being the best animal mother out there, but I definitely try my hardest to take care of my pet as well as I possibly can. You know, even if I am low on finances, I always try and spend as much time with them as I possibly can, and love on them and give them the best that I can. But I did not catch his sickness in time, and he passed away. Uh, it was definitely heartbreaking for myself because I was there when it happened, and I've never really experienced an animal death up close like that. So it definitely scarred me for a little bit, but I know for sure he's in a better place, and I'm just gonna try my best to take care of who I have here with me now. I now currently have 4 dogs and a cat. I'm hoping to get another cat, not soon, but hopefully in the near future or in the coming future. Um, I'm always into getting more animals. I love animals. I love spending time with them. They're better than people, to be completely honest with you. They're 10 times better than people. But yeah, Titan is a new member of the family. He has not been around to be introduced to every single person, well, other animal in the family. He hasn't met the ladies at the barn yet. He hasn't met the two in the villager outpost, so we'll have to take him around and introduce him. But for now, let's get on the fact that I finally decorated the interior. So you can see it. I did actually make bushes around these houses, and I like it. There's a little fence post in there, which I'm thinking could be the tree part of it, and there's bushes. Yeah, they look. I like them. I even put one on the wall. But let's get to the interior of this one. So I made some couches around the door, which I think definitely look awesome. I went with light blue and yellow. I think it kind of really makes this inside pop a little bit more because of the darkness of the spruce and the oak. It's what I went with, but there's enough lighting in here that it works. I put some paintings up just to liven up the walls a little bit. I also have some books over here, for reading. They're retired. They might want to read. Here's a desk over here. And I decided to use bamboo as kind of like a little nightstand with a flower pot on it. I think it looks nice. So there will be 4 villagers in here, and I didn't do anything to the outside of this one. I was thinking about adding, well, let's go over to the other house so I can show you what I mean. But yeah, I like the interior of this house. I might do a little bit more. I'm not sure. Let's get over to the other house. So for outside here, I added this little table, almost like, when you're lounging, you might want to put like a drink on or something. It looks cool. So I was thinking about adding that one to that balcony over in the other house, which might which I will end up doing. So over in this house, you have another couch under the window, and you have a whole entire like bookshelf across it. These people who live in here are definitely bookies. Bookies. They're people who love to read books like myself. Another little nightstand with a flower pot on it. I put another little painting over here. I thought it would look cool in this little like alcove area right here. I did face the bed this way just to make sure that when the villager sleeps, they can get to the bed. Because if the top part is covered, then they're dumb and they won't find it. I added some more paintings around, and then when we get upstairs, you have the ginormous painting of what looks almost like a cake, but it also kind of looks like Donkey Kong. I'm not really sure on that one, but okay. I added a little desk right here. It might seem a little dangerous fall right here, but Honestly, they're villagers. They're dumb. I'm sorry. Another little nightstand with a flower pot, with a bed, painting. Got some more books up here. Um, I did not add anything on this balcony just yet. I'm still thinking. I don't know. Because I was saying if I add the chairs too close to the edge, then it might be possible for the villagers to like jump up on these walls and possibly fall over and die because they're dummies. So I'll spend some more time thinking about that. The rug color up here is the turquoise. Turquoise. Word is always hard for me to say. And pink. Sometimes I just kind of like try out colors that kind of work for me, and these are it. I know I was yellow in that other house, so I might end up changing the yellow out of this one to maybe a different color. I did bring a lot of rug over here, so that might be it. There's tons of flowers around here. I set up actually basically a little garden back here. So, for the retiree people, maybe they like to garden, and here's some nice little flowers. I'm saving this little patch right here for some vegetables because I'm thinking, maybe they like to, maybe they want to have, a vegetable little area. So maybe some carrots, some potatoes, something like that. I'm not gonna put oh crap, what's it called? Composter. I'm not going to put a composter out here just because, of course, I want them to be retired, so they will not have job, but they will, just have the things around that any retired person might like with the bookshelves and, with the reading, the lounging on your porch, on the balcony, stuff like that. So, I'm really liking what I did up here. I think it looks really good. I'm definitely happy with it. And right now we are going to get again with the we again. Right now, I'm going to get into building the library. Now, I'm going to try my hardest to stick to the design I sketched up in my little Minecraft book. But if things change, things change. I do want to stick with the fact that I am going with a house that's sitting on not a flat area. I like villages that are like terrain based. And what I mean by that is that they're not just flat, that there's, houses sitting on hills or houses kind of like in a hill. Um, I really like that look. I think it adds something completely different to Minecraft because this game is so blocky that you kind of just want to stay flat and stay safe and everything. But it's like, let's do something different. Do something different and fun. Because that's always fun, right? As you can see, I did add ladders to get on top of my little walkway for the wall, so that's cool. And you know what? I really love this windmill because no matter where you are around my little castle area, you can see it, and I think that's awesome. But anyway, for right now, I'm gonna get into this build, and I will bring you guys back in once it is complete or a little bit of complete. I'm not going to do a time lapse. I'm not going to do a camera count. I'm just going to build this and go along because sometimes when I do have the camera count up or I do try and do a time lapse, it kind of makes me feel like I have to rush to build just because I don't want to be editing for so long or have to edit out the good parts or try and keep that part or stuff like that. So I just want to build it and watch some podcasts while I'm building it. And I'll bring you guys in and explain anything different that I might have done to it. It's not going to be super different from these two builds, but there will be one or two new things that I add to this library because I kind of want the library to stick out a little bit. I am favoriting the library a little bit more than the other builds, only because again I love books. They fuel my world. I have at least like 80 books in my possession right now. I'm in hopes of making my own library when I buy my own house. Hopefully, at least by the time I'm 30 or 35. But anyway, I'm gonna get into that and bring you guys back in once this lovely thing is created. Alright. Alright, guys. So the house, the librarian house took me a little longer than I expected. It definitely didn't turn out exactly how I had envisioned, or like every little detail, but it's actually looking much better. So let's check it out, shall we? There it is. What do you think? It is 2 stories. It is humongous. It's not a circle. I know that's probably what it looks like from the outside, but it's not a circle. It's actually kind of like a rectangle with a little, like a little curve in the front. I'm gonna show you guys around the back. See? Yeah, it's like yeah. So the material used, I was envisioning this library with a little white in it. And by that I mean I was envisioning like any type of old-timey library I've seen before. And these signs read, Castle Mountain Village Trading Library will trade books for any material, including emeralds. Uh, there's nothing but, tradable stuff around here. So each house will probably have a sign that says something close to that. And then, of course, what they are. Put one on the shepherd house over there, the armorer house, the fisher, stuff like that. I envisioned this library with the steps leading up with the stone, with the little, I don't know what you call this. Almost cut, uh, 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 it's not a railing, but if you've seen libraries, then you know what I'm talking about. As you walk up, it's like this, this thing that I just can't seem to remember. But this was what I envisioned for the front. I think it looks great. I mean, adding the quartz blocks was definitely something that I was seeing in my mind, and I like that. So on the inside, you walk in, you'll have like rows of books on the walls everywhere, a couple of desks, seats and everything, and these stairs. Oh, I love these stairs. I love stairs that do this. Kind of like you walk up and you can go either way. But up here, this will be the living quarters for the librarians. A couple of beds, maybe 1 or 2 bookshelves up here if they like to read themselves, some paintings maybe, rugs of course, desk for themselves. But downstairs is where, the magic will happen. Where the magic will happen with the library, books and desks, and their workstations will be down here. I really like this build. I think it looks really good. It did, however, take me quite a bit of time to make it. When I do complete the 3 houses that I'm going to be making, maybe 4, I don't know yet. This one did take me a bit longer. But when I do complete those houses, I will be doing a camera count little fly through so you can see in better detail each house. So this house does have the same material as the retiree houses, but I did change out the oak wood for bone blocks because I really wanted this house to kind of stand out a little bit with it being like full on white, even though the bone blocks are an off-white compared to the quartz. I actually kind of like that from the outside. It looks really good. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm really happy with this build. Like, look at that. That spruce. I was gonna say dark oak for some reason. I always keep getting them mixed up. It's spruce. The spruce, like, it looks good up against both the quartz and the bone blocks. I love this library build. It's incredible. They even got windows at the top to look over. That view right there is amazing because they can see all of this over here. And I'm telling you, the ideas are flowing for as far as like what I want to do. I mean, I might even add like a waterfall, maybe, like a river or something. I just remembered that looking at my my Minecraft sketchbook for all the different ideas for each episode. I did actually want to switch out the green for the gray. Let me look back and see which one's which, actually, because I have a memory problem. The gray was the armor, and the green was the farmer. So I guess I wanted to switch them out, which I think I might do, because the idea I have for the farmer build could definitely fit within right here, since there will be flowers right there. So yeah, I think I might do that once I get over to that. So most likely I will do the pink and then the green over there while moving the gray probably over there. Now, the shepherd is next. That's what the pink is. I think compared to the library, it will be a bit smaller, but not too small. There will be maybe 2 or 3 shepherds living in there. So I will make sure that it's roomy enough for them to get around, because I did have issues in another world when I made a village to where they always kept getting stuck whenever they would stand on things in the house, and I guess I just didn't make the house tall enough for them to move around. They never died. They just kept getting stuck. I had to like unstick them because I wouldn't see the number of villagers that I was supposed to when I checked on them. But yeah, won't be big, but it won't be small. So keep that in mind. I need to keep that in mind. But yeah, I really love this build. I think it looks amazing. Um, the stairs, like it's beautiful. Like, look at that. This is a library, guys. That's awesome. All right, I'm gonna get on to building the shepherd next. And of course, I'll bring you guys in when that is complete. The interior will be done. Um, Maybe I'll do the interior on camera, but I'm not really sure. I didn't actually have another castle village episode up for a little while, so I'm not really sure. I mean, I might have one coming up soon. If I change over some things, I might, but I might do the interior off camera and then just bring you guys in when I go to complete the rest of the houses along with the outside. Although, while I'm doing these houses, I might actually start doing the outside because it's looking janky out here, guys. All this grass everywhere. I definitely want to add in the cool parts like the path blocks. You know, I wanna really liven this place up before the villagers get here. You know, we gotta make it look pretty. All right. I'll see you guys when the shepherd is done. Alright guys, we are back. I went ahead right after I finished the, what did I say? Shepherd's house. I went ahead and did one more house. Plus, I did a little of the exterior of the village just to kind of give an idea to myself of what I am trying to do. So let's get over to the shepherd's house and see what I did. I'm in my camera count right now, just floating around in spectator mode. And I have to say, the house, it did take me a little bit longer. I was having so much issues with the roof, which, as I'm continuing to look at it, somewhat still bothers me. And I don't know why. Maybe something's off. Or maybe it's just me. I'm not really sure. I went with a 2-story house again, but mainly this is just like, you know, part of it is 2-story. I'm thinking here I can have like a you know how when you walk into shops there's like the little counter area, you know, and then you have maybe like a little store, not a storefront, maybe like aisles of stuff on shelves maybe. I'm thinking, because this will be where the sheeps live, the shepherd's going to be selling wool and all that stuff. And then up here is where the shepherds themselves will be sleeping and living. You know, maybe beds, flower pots, a table to do work at, maybe something like that. Down here, there's probably going to be banners on the wall as something to sell, you know. And I'm also thinking for the front part, there will also be banners along here as well of all the different colors, you know, just showing you what they got. And then of course I built a little fenced area where sheep will be living, because this is a shepherd. and they sell wool and they also buy wool. And of course, for the outside, I put signs: Castle Mountain Village Shepherd Trading. We'll trade wool, and etc. Any and everything else that comes along for emeralds. So we're big on emeralds here. I did go along and put the path blocks in. Now this isn't the completed path. I do want to continue the path idea that I created over there, but for right now I just wanted to map out exactly how I wanted the path to look, and I still need to decide on where like the front doors will be going for these other houses, so I can start plotting out the pathway to them as well. The gray will be moved right around here. I'm thinking, of course, I'll probably leave the green and the orange right where they are. I like those spots, but I definitely want to move this gray over. And I'm thinking for this middle part will be kind of like a little hangout or a meetup that the villagers do early in the morning. Now you can see getting back. Well, not getting back. This is the waterfall I was talking about. I wanted to create a waterfall off of this little cliffside because I thought it would. Of course, it's raining. It's always raining. Is this game broken? Why is it always raining? I have been noticing that. It rains a hell of a lot more than it ever did before, which is weird. Oh well. Anyway, I made a little waterfall, and then in turn I made like a little river, because this is where the fishermen will be living. And I'm thinking, since I completely cut the fishermen off to, the rest of the land, I will be making this river a little bit deeper. I'm gonna make like a little small version of a bridge. Maybe right here. I think would be right here, or would be good. So the fisherman can, get back and forth to his house while visiting everyone else, and I think that will be cool. Okay, so that was the shepherd house, and you already know the library, which, I mean, I love the library. I think it looks great. I mean, it definitely stands out just because I used quartz in it, and no other house will have quartz in it, so I think it stands out a hell of a lot more. But that's okay. I like it. I think it's a cool little thing. Now over here is the Castle Mountain Village Butcher Trading. We'll trade leather and etc. Any and everything that you have related to what a butcher would need for emeralds. Now I went small with this house. It is only one story. I'm thinking, just beds and a little shop front, maybe a little what do you call that? Like counter somewhere in here. I need to map out how I want this house to look, since I only made it one story. Now, I have been making these houses 2 stories because I definitely wanted to separate the living quarters from the working quarters. When it comes to the villagers, I definitely wanted them to have their working space and their living space, just so that they can relax after work, not have to be bothered all the time. Here's where you sleep, here's where you work. But I'm thinking I at least want maybe 1 or 2 houses that will be one story, but I need to figure out how I want the layout to go, as far as where I want the beds to go, and making sure that they do not interfere with the working quarters. This is the whole house in entirety. And of course, here's another pen where there will be cows and pigs living before they're slaughtered. It's a tough job, but someone's gonna do it. But yeah, they'll be living right there. Again, more path blocks. And I made these posts. I think I made these posts somewhere else. Maybe. I'm not really sure now. But yeah, I kind of like these posts, and I'm thinking, just to make sure that more light gets around, I will probably be adding bushes with glowstones under them, like in the ground, and then leaf blocks on top of them. So kind of like the way that I did these bushes up here, but of course with the glowstones under them, just to add a little bit more light around the place. And I think that's That's gonna look really nice. But yeah, this kind of like concludes this episode. It did take me a little while for each of the designs of these houses. Even though it's just 3 houses, I probably could have done at least one more, but I am always late recording and editing these videos. So sometimes I don't I don't always do as much work as I could in each episode. That's just bad planning on my part. Way too much time on my hands not spent doing what I should be doing. So, most likely I will be doing this house off camera and, well, like I did the other houses. And then I'll come back probably in the next episode. This is episode 38, so maybe 39 or 40, and give another fly through of a little bit more progress of the village. So I'll probably get 2 more houses done and a little bit more of the exterior done, and I'll show you guys another fly through, another episode, just to keep you guys up to date on this village. It is going to be quite a while before I move any villagers in here. I will need to actually, just realize this, to take the beds out of the retiree homes, only because once I do start populating this village, I don't want them pathfinding their way to these houses with the beds in them. I want them to live in their homes with their workstations, and that be it. I will put beds in these retiree homes once everyone in here has been traded with, and they are well into their work. So that way, when I move the retiree villagers in here, you know, they won't try and hop on everyone else's workstation. Ooh, I needed some water. I don't know why that happens to me every time I go to record. That's what's I'm losing my voice. That's crazy. But oh well. But yeah, that concludes this episode. Fuzz and Titan were of course no help in building, but they kept me company. So. I'm really liking just how much. Well, yeah, I'm liking how far I'm getting with these builds. The houses, I mean, they may not be up to everyone's aesthetic look, but I'm sticking with the materials that I want to use, which is just spruce, oak, and cobblestone. Well, stone bricks. Because these materials are kind of what I've been using all throughout my area, and I kind of want to keep it that way. Now I know I went a completely different color with the prismarine over there for my rail system, but sometimes you gotta add a little color to stuff, just to liven it up a little bit. And my little melted slime over there, the rainbow farm, Spidey standing tall and watching over everyone. You want to add a little color to stuff, and that's perfectly fine. But when it comes to making villages, which is most likely this is gonna be my last village that I make, you want to add a little extra. But these houses definitely will just keep with the small amount of materials that I have, and I don't mind that. I think they look. It did take me quite a while because sometimes things can melt together and not look as well as you want them to, but in the end, when you stop staring at them for 6 hours, you finally see the vision you're trying to get. And I saw it, and I think they look really cool. I am in love with this library, though. I think it looks great. I can't wait to start really working out these interiors. I think they're gonna look awesome. Um, Something else, actually, I just realized was, which direction was that? Was it this direction? Yeah, it was this direction. There is this, oh, my lighted path. Huh, it looks cool. Just realized that. I haven't checked on the turtles. We'll do that one day. there's this open area right around here, and I, for the life of me, can't seem to figure out what it is I want to do with it yet. Now, I could have easily put my village here, which would have been really cool. Or maybe I can make an extended village, like make some type of, I don't know, some type of, hey, look, another dog, or wolf, whatever you want to call it. Make some type of like, I don't know, like rail, not a rail system, but because they can't ride trains or carts, I mean, or maybe some type of walkway to get from this village to that village if I put a village. Or maybe I make some cool statues. Or like one huge statue. Kind of like Stonehenge. Ooh, that would be cool. Maybe that'll go on my cool list of stuff to build before I end this world. I'm not gonna end this world for a while. There's still stuff I want to do. You know, of course, I'm gonna start exploring the Nether once I figure out a way to reset it. Which I think I have figured out a way to reset it, but I'm totally scared to do it. But I do have some pretty interesting and awesome builds I want to do just in this world. So, you know, if I ever allow this world, is that lava? Oh, it is lava. So if I ever, like, you know, set this world up to be downloaded, you know, anybody can come in here and fly around and just see, you know, some cool stuff just scattered around. I think that would be really interesting. I'm not really into starting like worlds every other week, only because that would bore me and probably push me to not want to play. I just want to do as much cool stuff as I can in this world, and then maybe get over and do like one of the challenge worlds, like maybe do hard. I'm thinking about hardcore and also skyblock, and I think that's it. I think those are the only two I'm really interested in. I'll have to look up if there's any other like interesting challenges in Minecraft to do. Maybe do a world where I'm living in a shaders, you know? I know that there's a new Minecraft RTX shader that's I've been hearing that it's a pretty big one, and I don't think my computer can take it, so I don't know if I'll ever be in that one. Oh, thank God it finally stopped raining. But anyway, this episode was fun. I look forward to finishing up these interiors of these houses that are already made, plus getting these other houses up and running, plus the exterior of the yard, getting it all ready. There's a lot to do, but I am excited about doing it because I'm going to take my time. I'm not in a hurry. I have no one to please. I don't need to rush. You know? Yeah. Well, hope you enjoyed, whoever is watching. And adios, guys.